boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm a real go-getter. Rock a fur coat, but it's not chinchilla. Who's that dude with the master plan? It's Mr. Pinecone with the mic in my hand. I ball on a budget, got a bag full of nuggets. Living life to the fullest before I'm kicking the bucket. No time for the haters, I'm the meat and potatoes. I'm the product of Anunnaki and godly invaders. You wanna go down the rabbit hole? Well, come along with me. Let me phone home. Let me take you on the trip to the Pleiades or the Seven Seas. We can sail them all. Bring your dungarees and your toothbrush, your knapsack. We'll have a nightcap, then I'll bring you back. Mr. Pinecone's come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
Wish we could license some other music just so I could be like the beautiful people, just for you guys. Happy Friday to everybody. My name is Bleeves. This is Breakfast with Bleeves. We are here to talk about all the crypto news. We had a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to try to hurry this one along because this is the day after. This is Black Friday. So I'm sure everybody wants to get out shopping, but I would imagine everybody wants to know what is going on in the crypto market and what's going to happen. Well, the markets, by the way, will close at noon today, at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock noon Central Time today, because it's a short market on the Dow. And you can see right here that it's up slightly. So trading volume is just kind of sideways, even though we did have that good news from the Fed. Now, this could just be because pre-market trading is not very lively, especially after a holiday. So everybody's just kind of waiting to get in. We got about 25 minutes before the markets really open. Then we'll see where it goes on an abridged day. But we can see here that 24-hour volume in the crypto market, the market cap is 830 billion, but the 24-hour volume is down to 51 billion. So not a lot of activity. And you can see that the sell pressure has kind of started as we get more and more red getting into the market. And today happens to be one of those days where today is one of the biggest expiry days that we've seen in a while, $1.3 billion, which means that most probably, we are looking at a significant run from the bears to that downside. Now, we haven't seen it yet, but the markets, it's, if it's 8 o'clock here, it's 9 o'clock in the East Coast. So, you would think that you might start seeing a little bit more of that pressure start to develop, especially on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you haven't really seen it yet. We're going to get to the chart action. We're going to look at that in just a few minutes. But first of all, good morning, Hunter. Good morning, Jason. What's going on, Mr. P? Design DNA in the house. What's going on, man? David Wright, good morning. J Manuel, good morning. Family Z is in the house. Haven't seen you in a minute, man. What's going on? Jeff T, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Poe, good morning. What's the news on Lily? So the news on Lily so far that I have, and good morning, Dave and Anthony, and Forsaken. Jason, so the news on Lily that I've got so far is from Cody G and from Luis. And matter of fact, let's go over here and let's look at it because I just found it as we were going through looking for something this morning. Coinbase Zach here. So for everybody to be updated here, Lillian Finance posted they were going to be listed on Coinbase based on conversations that they've had, long-term conversations that they've been having with Coinbase because they are a 501c3 company. There's they thought it was good for business at Coinbase, that is. So then Zach Siegel, who is the this is head of listings, Coinbase founder. Let's pop over here and check it out. Head of listings, Coinbase founder, blockchaincurated.com, previous blah, 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 blah. And he says, this is false. There are only two official sources for Coinbase listing. And that's the Twitter Coinbase assets, which, oh, stupid. I should follow that. And then blog over here, which is Coinbase this. So we're going to go to that in just 1 second. But then Luis is involved in a thread here from CryptoBolics and said, if this Coinbase listing is true, I'd like to congratulate Lily Finance. I support all communities. Let's grow together. And then Luis says 100% true. And then Brad gets in there, same thing. Like, this is all true. From what I heard, there's been email correspondence. Today is a holiday, so I'm guessing none today, possibly tomorrow. I'm curious as well. So, you know, and you got the fudders out there. You got the they're called FUD Tama. I think, I don't know, you know, but yes, we did make contact with Zach via email, and given it's the holiday, I don't expect a response until Monday. I'm hopeful for tomorrow, but then again, not counting on it. Clarity will be provided, and you know, it is entirely possible, but I would be making up a reason for them, and I prefer not to do that. But the potential here is that maybe because this is a charitable organization, that it doesn't fall under the same purvey for Zach as something else. So it's possible. Again, I don't know this to be the case, but it's potential that, you know, this is just something that he didn't know about because it was being worked on in a different division. It doesn't seem likely, but it also, from what we have gathered, the information that we do get, so far is that the person that approved them does actually work for Coinbase. So I think we're going to be in a good position as far as that goes. So, and I don't see any kind of recent announcements or anything right here on this Coinbase page on their blog. So it is very possible that we're not going to see anything, at least for a little while. Specifically, because there's been no update for like 3 or 4 days. Like they're not really active in what they're posting to begin with. So I don't have an answer. Certainly don't have the answer that you want to see. All I've got is, you know, let the haters hate going forward. And I've talked to the team. I've seen if you're looking for anything, then they're saying that, yeah, this is just, I'm sure, a misunderstanding with Zach and that everything is fine. So I have nothing. I'm not concerned until I'm concerned. And at this point, I'm not concerned. So moving back to what we were doing here before that, but I did want to address that as right away. Good morning, Benny. Good morning, Juicy. Good morning, Craig. Aru. I just got blocked by Ryan Mata for defending Luna Classic on his live. I don't know who. I've never, you know, like I keep my own little world over here where I don't get involved in some of these other people. So I don't know who Ryan Mata is, but if he's talking shit about Luna Classic, then hey Ryan, quit acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Been pouring a lot of concrete and missing your show. Ooh, pouring concrete. That sucks. Come pour concrete up here, man, because my street's still off. What's up, Justin? Good morning, Karen. Ulysses, good morning. How is your BRL doing? I don't know. I think I'm down. Let's go check. Well, the hell not. Let's go check. We are BR bull run here. All right. So remember, I got in for 2 ETH. So 1.7. So I'm down 0.25 ETH so far. So you tell Modi, he better come on, man. Come on, man. Pump this shit. But I'm not worried about it. I mean, this is worth the beginning of it. So I feel like it's maybe a long-term hold. I'm not looking for a huge gain out of it. You know, at this point, I would just like to be able to play on house money with it. So, you know, if we get a nice little pump, then maybe I'll be able to do that. We'll see. But going down here, XRP now, and this is the number one altcoin in all of crypto now. It passed. It did. I don't know. It had a nice little run over the last little while, and it's now the number one altcoin. So cool. But you can see right here that the market, now listen, here's what's going on. The expiries today, 1.3 billion. So you're going to be seeing a whole lot of price suppression. And that, I guess, leads us to what we're going to talk about today. We got a bunch of topics, by the way. We just, Jesus Christ. I pared it down as best I could so that we don't have too many of them because we don't have a ton of time, because I'm going to wrap this up a little bit early today. And we've seen a push down, by the way, of about $10 in Ethereum prices just over the last 15 to 20 minutes. So I think that we're starting to see the sell-off happen on the expiries. That might not be sustained because that's going to lead to the U.S. market opening, and then we might see that things start to turn around and start to pump. But let's get into the news. All right, so the first one, and as I sit here being the spoiler for all of it, XRP is first in the altcoin rankings after the 8% rally. So you can see here that there seems to be a lot of interest. We should be getting to the end of the road for XRP, where we get a final something from the SEC and we get some kind of update. But next week, Twitter verified is going to launch, and companies will get a gold check. New Twitter executives say there's a gold check for companies, gray one for government accounts, and the existing blue ones for individuals, irrespective of their celebrity status. Alongside, must say that all verified accounts will be manually authenticated before the check is activated. The executive called the move painful but necessary. So the blue check marks are coming back, the gold check marks and the gray ones are coming back. And listen, if people start to game the system and they end up getting banned, hell yes. This is exactly, hey, look, if it's if they're saying that it is a painstaking process, that's fine. Work for your goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? Like, work for your money. Boo thing. But let's move on. GTA 6, Rockstar Games released a statement on cryptocurrency and NFTs. Rockstar Game, GTA 6 leak. This is way back. This one goes way back. GTA 6 leak suggests the story will take place in Colombia, Miami, and will include in-game cryptocurrency rewards for players to earn and trade. So, Rockstar Games published new terms and conditions for GTA 6 fan mods, and touched on the topic of cryptocurrency and NFTs. While the terms claim that Rockstar Games allows reasonable fan creativity for creators to showcase their passion towards the game, using it for commercial purposes will face legal enforcement. For the uninitiated, Rockstar is always used to develop mods if they want to for single player usage, though the conditions state that the purpose of creating mods has been non-commercial. For those who don't know that a mod means in a video game, it's a modified version. Anyway, Rockstar Game allows users to mod, but only for individuals and not commercial purposes. So they put in the new terms and conditions published in Rockstar, they've made it clear that users cannot mod their games as NFTs and cryptocurrency. The statement reads that users who mod GTA 6 or any other game released by Rockstar into NFTs or cryptocurrency will fall under commercial exploitation. Therefore, even using mods for individual purpose by creating NFTs or cryptocurrency for GTA 6 will come under the law. In short, Rockstar Games has made it clear that users cannot mod their games that showcase NFTs and cryptocurrencies. So there you have it. That to me sounds like it means that cryptocurrency is coming to Grand Theft Auto 6, and that they have a plan in place. While we're on that, the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade is now going to the first testnet, and it's called Shandong. And so this one is this is the continuation of the merge scheduled for the second half of 2023. So this one is a long way out. The hard fork update will enable withdrawals and staked ETH from the beacon chain, and may also contain recommendations to fix scalability concerns. This is not going to include sharding, it doesn't look like so far. So we'll see. But there was another one that was coming in. It's called 4844. These are the other EIPs that are being considered, but 4844 is coming pretty soon. And when 4844 comes, there is a request on the last minute here to include something for the sharding that is going to reduce Ethereum fees by about 100x at this point. So there's a possible gigantic change coming to Ethereum in very short order. And as I get more information about it, then I'll share it with you and we'll see what happens. So South Korean crypto exchange delists Wemix and the token price plunges by nearly 70%. So if you're in Wemix, I would probably get out of that right now. According to Docs, the decision to delist Wemix came after the association claimed to have found a discrepancy between the token's circulating supply and the submitted distribution plan. Man, when you see something like that, always get nervous. Now, can we agree, by the way, that it is absolutely mind-blowing that Sam Bankman-Fried will speak at a conference alongside Vladimir Zelensky and Janet Yellen, despite ongoing FTX? Can we just agree that it's odd? Now, if we can agree that it's odd, then we could also agree that we should never hire a president or elect a president who's been bankrupt 6 different times with 6 different companies. Do you know what I'm saying? So in that regard, I mean, we still elected Donald Trump. So this right here pushes people's buttons a lot because they want to be triggered by stuff. But I mean, yeah, again, let's face it. The reason that Trump filed bankruptcy 6 times is because 6 different companies that he had in some way didn't survive and ended up ripping off some people for some money. And there's plenty of vendors that never got paid, and it was okay. So you got to ask yourself now at this point, why is this not okay? Is it because it's cryptocurrency? Is it because we can just wantonly see that they're stealing money? Is it because we can just see it that we don't, you know what I mean? Like, because it's in front of us and it's on the blockchain and like we have the news and the information. Is that why it's different? Because, I mean, again, you know, this, and he's not the only person, by the way. Trump just happened to have a bunch of bankruptcies through a bunch of different companies and was still able to ascend to the top office in the land. So like, why does this guy get such a higher standard? Like, what was it that we were expecting from Sam Bank? Look, this is the image. This is the picture. This is the guy. What exactly were we expecting from this is the guy? It's my understanding that this dude is nerding out in Bahamas playing video games, and that's it, while trying to fix a company that he's no longer even the CEO for. Oh, but he did. See, it's cool, though, because he sent an apology letter. Said he blamed his irrational decisions on shitty circumstances. I lost track of the most important thing in the commotion of the company growth. I care deeply about you all, and you were my family, and I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. You know what I mean? Like, a little bit weird, but you know, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd that. Okay, so and I would debate this, Free Diz. Here's what I would debate. You say it's kind of different. But if I go do, let's say that I decide to help build a Trump hotel, and I'm a drywaller, and I put up all the drywall inside the entire hotel, and then all of a sudden I get told I'm not getting paid. Was my drywall not stolen from me? Especially when he files bankruptcy on that company, and I never get my money. How is that different? That's the whole thing. Like, I don't understand. How is that different? It's not different. We're holding this guy to an odd, different sort of standard. And not that, and again, I'm not making this a Sam Bankman-Fried versus Donald Trump discussion, but I'm just pointing out that if I did the work, if I installed all the faucets and then I didn't get paid for the faucets, and then the company filed bankruptcy, if I supplied you with all of the, because you know, Trump casinos went bankrupt, right? Nobody got paid. If I supplied you with all of the gaming machines, and you never paid me for the gaming machines, how are you not stealing from me? Do you know what I'm saying? And the reason that you're not stealing from me is because you signed a disclaimer saying that this is being done on like a credit basis, and I'm giving it to you, et cetera, et cetera. And then this guy's doing the same thing every time you agree to the terms on FTX. Like it's just a very, very weird sort of thing. Intentions, in my opinion, make it different. Theft, but why is it different? Just because, look, Sam Bankman-Fried didn't intend to steal everybody's money. He intended to take the money and give it to Alameda, and Alameda's full of smart people who were going to make that money even more, and then they were going to put it back. They didn't intend to steal it either. So the same argument exists, whether it's building building drywall in a hotel or vending machines or gaming machines, all of that. I intended to pay it back. I just didn't. So, I mean, again, it's like crazy that we hold this weird standard and people want this guy dead. And it could be because it's our space and we don't want to see all of these weird things happening in our space. But for real, there is no circumstance in which he should be on a stage with Vladimir Zelensky and Janet Yellen while he's being investigated for just absolutely stealing money. Whoever is doing this, they've got to kick him off of this thing. This is one of the worst looks you can possibly have. And Andrew Ross Sorkin, who wrote Too Big to Fail, one of my favorite books, one of my favorite authors. I can't imagine that he's going to stand on stage with this guy. Like to me, this just sounds absolutely crazy. But you know what? That does remind me that probably all of these people are Democrats in some way. All of these people on this stage right now, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, I got to assume that's probably, I don't know. This is crazy to me, but let's move on because it's just nuts. More than 50% of Coinbase, of Bitcoin addresses are now in a loss. So previous bear markets ended with the majority of addresses being out of the money, on-chain data shows. It happens all the time, by the way. And when you look at history, the percentage of out-of-money addresses was at 55% in January of 2019. In 2015, it was 62%. So if we take that logic right there and we say that that's a whatever the percentage is on that variance, I wonder if that's about the same as where we're at 50%. Or just over 51%. Like maybe we're right where we should be for the reversal in this market, because a lot of people are starting to say that all of a sudden. So Jihan Wu's crypto lender Matrixport looks to raise $100 million at 1.5 billion valuation. Matrixport has $5 billion in trading volume every month, along with $10 billion in assets under management and custody. Crypto lending firm Matrixport, led by Jihan Wu, is looking to raise $100 million at a 1.5 billion valuation. The Singapore-based firm already has commitments of $50 million from lead investors at the sky-high valuation, but is still looking for investors for the other half of the round. So they're trying to get more money. Like it's oh, he's going to show up and speak. Like I have no doubt this guy's going to show up to speak. Like this is crazy to me, but I have no doubt that he's going to show up, unless he's disinvited, and then he's going to be like, I don't know why I was disinvited. So, here we go. This is what I was talking about before. Ethereum fees might drop. Why 100x as EIP 4844 upgrade is considered for inclusion. This is kind of important here. Yeah, there we go. I saw that too. It showed that there is a relief rally on the way. So yeah, I would follow along with that. So EIP 4844 or proto dank sharding is the most anticipated upgrade of Ethereum since the merge activated on mainnet. Yesterday, ECD developers took an important step towards its activation, according to the statement shared by Tim Biko of the Ethereum Foundation. Yesterday, all core devs decided to change the status of EIP 4844 and 4 other proposals of its generation to considered for inclusion. This step highlights developers' commitment to accelerate the implementation of this proposal. EIP 4844 or proto dank sharding is part of Ethereum's roll-up centric scaling model. The only time-sensitive decision for the last ACD regards popular Ethereum testing network Ropsten. Ropsten will be shut down at the end of 2022. So it looks like they are fast tracking this thing to get it out here to say maybe we can maybe we can save ourselves some fees and maybe we can just absolutely change the dynamic of Ethereum, which, by the way, is one of the reasons that something like proof of memes is out there and people are getting behind it, because it maintains itself as a proof of work and it allows people to make money on that back end. So, I mean, other than, being just a validator as opposed to a miner. So that's where everything looks at. But now it is time for technical analysis. Let's get into seeing what these charts look like. All right, guys, this is what Luna Classic looks like. And I just moved this over here to show you guys that I am 100% right so far on this thing. It has been moving the exact way that I've been saying the entire time that it was going to move. Now, I did say that I think it would probably just be like on this blue line, but it's not on the blue line right now. So it's a little bit above, but it's still performing in the same pattern. Like, we had the pattern picked out. We knew what was going to happen. We're just waiting to see it play out, but it's still heading towards that downside and still feeling that bear pressure. So, we'll see what happens. But Bitcoin, you can see right here, after a high of 16.8, we could not get. Here's the bad part about this. The bad part about this is we couldn't get into that 17,000 range. If we'd got into the 17,000 range, then that would have started to pop some of those shorts, and some of those shorts are up for expiry today. And that being the case, like, we could have had a nice little run, but as it sits right now, this right here was our goal, 17.5. We didn't even come close. All we did was just kind of trend in this channel right here. So probably some significant downside to come today. Ethereum is starting to feel it slowly but surely. The overnight markets kind of dropped it down. Once it hit that 1200, hit 1215, then it started to make its downward momentum. And I don't have, maybe you can argue there's a cup and handle coming or something like that, but like, it's coming from the downside. So like, this is not good. So anything coming from this direction down means that we've got significantly more downside. So, unless there's a reversal, and that's, that's the variance. That's where that 20% variance always comes into play. There's an 80% chance that it's headed down. Well, this broke out perfectly towards the bottom, tested our number down here at the bottom, bounced back up, used every one of these rungs for support, just couldn't make it all the way up here. So, we'll see how this all plays out over the next little while. But, Dogecoin, by the way, pumping super hard. So if you got in on Dogecoin, then you're up 8% right now. Good shot to you. But the rest of the market just kind of, just a little bit meh. So let's move on from that. And by the way, the markets end very early today, so we won't see a whole lot of movement out of the markets. So we'll see what happens here. Let's pop this up over here. Volt 1648, just kind of trending right here. Now, Volt has an announcement today. There's going to be two announcements. We already know that one of them is NASDAQ. We already know that that's happening, right? We've already talked about the interview. King Ozzy, Pablo Crow, and Power Right were all interviewed by NASDAQ, and that's going to be coming out. It'll be on the national news pretty soon, and that'll be a pretty neat sort of thing to see, Volt starting to, quote unquote, get to the big time. So that'll be fun. But tonight, there's supposed to be an announcement. Pablo has every tier 1 crypto exchange on his thumbnail. So spoiler alert, it's gonna be one of those that they're gonna announce. And very oddly, we'll probably see it coming from them, not from, what I mean? So we'll probably just have a discussion that it's coming, and we'll probably get a date. We probably won't get which one it is, because here we are with Lily Finance. Now, the update on Lily Finance is very simple. As we sit here right now, and this is where we are, 9054. And by the way, this is about a 6 million market cap. So where we're sitting right now is Lillian announced on Wednesday, I think it was, and it was Wednesday morning, that they were going to be listed on Coinbase. Well, then the Saitama crew was like, oh, that's not happening. We're not doing that shit. They're not getting listed before us. If they're getting listed, why not us? So then they started contacting Coinbase, and they started harassing Coinbase employees to the point that one of the Coinbase employees came out, Jason Siegel. Holy shit. Zach Siegel came out and said this is false, that there's only 2 places that you would know about. And then they reached out to him to try to figure out why he would say that if they've already been approved, if it's already being done on a specific time, and then all of their emails. And by the way, the one thing that I do know for sure is that they did confirm that those are internal emails from Coinbase, so that the listing is still up for December 9th. Now, to me, of course, I'm waiting to see how this plays out. And, if it does, here's what I'll say. If it does, the lowest market cap on Coinbase right now is about 150 million. So this thing could really go 30x from where it is right now, if this is all correct. Now, without that listing, this thing has still been rocketing for the last little while. So, and nothing changes. The medical blockchain, stuff like that, all of these things are still on tap. So, I don't know that this is anything more than a miscommunication at this point. Now, I haven't had anything that would tell me otherwise. But you can see right here, this volatility stopped. And listen, people are concerned because of what happened with Terrarium. Now, I made a bunch of money off of Terrarium. And to be fair, I could have made a bunch of money up here on Lily, but I didn't. I didn't take any profit. I didn't sell position. So, but I was in up here, and I was up a significant amount. But we're gonna hold on to it, and we're gonna see what happens, because I do think that this reversal is like the start of just an absolute banger of a move, because I do think that all of this is real. These guys, despite anybody pretending, this was very real, and these guys were genuinely emotional about all of this. Because remember, I was in on that announcement, so like I was there for it. I saw it, so I know that they absolutely 100% are not manipulating people. They completely believe that this was true, and then so far they've gotten confirmation that the emails did come from a verified source and an employee in the organization. So thank you for the $50 bomb, Dark Wolf Prime. Let us go now to BRL. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is a retracement on the way, is what I hear, and we are starting to see a bit of the retracement happening right now. I am at 1.76 ETH out of 2 ETH that I put in. So hopefully that retracement goes a little bit higher. Now, the beauty of this is that this is a total market cap of 587,000. And this is Bull Run Life, by the way, for anybody who hasn't checked this out. By the way, you can check it out. Contract ends in BEC4. This is run by Steve from Rocket Crypto. If you're familiar with Saitama, he was one of the original guys that took over Saitama, and then he exited. Basically, he exited at the top and said that he didn't want to keep going, and he basically retired for the last year. This is what he's been working on for about a year. So if this does take off, and if this does have the legs that people think that it has, then this is a great opportunity. So it started, by the way, at 5 cents, and it's now at 59 cents. So if you got in early, then you're up 10x. Now, here's the thing. This is a small cap. So, some significant investment right away would pump the chart tremendously. But, the best thing to do is, if you're looking for an investment here, don't throw any more than a couple of ETH in. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure that you're not becoming the big whale on this chart. You know what I mean? Like just invest wisely, take your profit responsibly, and let's see what happens. Like I'm in. Let's see what happens, and hopefully we'll get a nice little pump. Hopefully, as this market starts to move, and we're seeing some fight back on Ethereum right now. The markets have opened, by the way. We'll come back over and look at those in just a second, but it seems to be doing okay at the moment. Hulk up 6.4% over here. Deconnect up 3% at 2190. Terrarium trading sideways at 57.48. WAGMI sitting at 30.55, down 2%. Volt 1646 we already covered, and then MMAI at 23.82. Bone down to 67 cents. It was up at 70. Remember, it was at 70 something a few hours ago when we were having our show. And then Cult is still probably dog shit. Yeah, Cult's still dog shit, not doing anything. Oh, it's having a nice pump from 5 to 55. So if you got in at this lump of coal down here, then you're up about 10%. So you can at least take solace in that one. But otherwise, this is so far down. Jesus Christ. Woo! If you got into Cult and you start talking to me all about Andre, Andre, if you want to know about Lily, rewind about 5 minutes because we just covered it big time. I'm still bullish on it. I think that it's going to happen because from everything that I've heard so far from the insiders that I know, we're just fine. Everything's good. This was just maybe two different departments. What everybody's guessing is that it's just two different departments that didn't know what was going on, and the main listing person just didn't know what was going on there. And hey, Crypto Life in the house, what's going on, man? Hey, I got to make an order. My 8s just disappeared. I don't know where they went. And yeah, I haven't finished them yet because I'm a nerd. But anyway, so Hex. I had this at 2.7, still sitting at 2.7. The market's just not moving. It just not significantly in any good in any good spot. So let's see what happens here. So the Dow Jones popped right away and is now up 82 points and is continuing to pump just a little bit. It's settling. It's the first 10 minutes, so we're not going to see. We're not going to know tremendously how it goes at this point, but as you can see right here, we are over the 200. All of these things are look, I think we're going to have a good run here. Ethereum is down fairly big right now at the 24-hour because of the morning number. But I mean, let's see how the market goes over the next little while. So let's close that. All right. So yeah, that's not what he said. He tried to gracefully exit. He didn't say the things that everybody else were really desiring him to say. Now I'm holding 3,595, so you're a goddamn whale. All right. I'm kind of losing hope for long. Listen, Sunil, I have done this for a while now, and I've told you at every given opportunity, at every time that Luna Classic is going to go through ups and downs. This is a long-term hodl. I'm coming out with a video today, Sunil, if you want to watch it, and I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking my 77,000 that I have in rewards right now, and I'm converting those over to some more USTC, and then I'm going to hold more USTC, and then I do think that USTC is going to pump from about 2.5 cents where it is right now. I think it's going to pump up to about 4.7 cents or 4.9 cents. I do think that it's going to double. And then when it doubles, then I'm going to ape back in over on Luna Classic and just increase how much I have. And then I'm just going to keep doing stuff like that if I can predict the USTC chart right. And before anything happens, here's what's going to happen. At some point, they're going to have a conversation about what's happening with USTC. And when it happens again, it's going to pump the chart. We just haven't seen it yet, but we will see it soon. So, yeah, I don't think the main guy made a mistake. I think somebody who was in their charity department just said, yeah, go ahead and just tell everybody that's fine, because they didn't want to argue or they didn't want to say, no, you can't do that. Like, I don't think it was him. Uh-oh. We got a hater in the house. I heard the housing market will crash second quarter of next year. If that's true, will that affect crypto market? Anything that crashes is going to affect the crypto market. But look, everything that goes down becomes a buying opportunity. The housing bubble collapsed in 2007. That extended to almost 2011 before it really started to recover. It took a while, but you know what that means? Cheap housing, because housing is out of control. It was on a bubble. And when it's a bubble, it means that there's nothing but air inside. There's no reason for it to be as high as it is. So that price has got to pump. The chart has to pump, and it wasn't. Like, it's not pumping because there's nothing to substantiate it. So then, you know, prices come back down. People are just, and look, you buy your houses or your house when the bubble bursts, when it comes down. Like, that's when you buy, and then you hold on to it. And then when you feel like you're at the top of that bubble, that's when you sell. That's when you sell for the profit. Then you flip to another house, and hopefully you can take some time and, you know, get yourself in a good position. But buy low, sell high. I mean, it's basically it. So if they're coming around low, then that means that people who couldn't afford a house are going to be able to get houses. So that's not really a bad thing. So I don't think that's a problem. Lunk is highly advanced from a development perspective. I would code on it anytime over. Yeah, well, you know what? Look, you're not going to convince Chads that it's. Look, there are a lot of people who are not going to make it in crypto, and they're the people who are like, oh, I hate that fucking product, and they don't. Look, it doesn't matter whether Luna Classic does anything ever gigantic or not. For a lot of people, here's what matters: can you make money off of it, right? So if you're hating on it, and if your clown Lunk is not going anywhere, cut the crap, then you're the guy who's never going to make it. You're just the guy who's going to cry about all the other people, and you're going to say shit like, oh, I could have got in shit, but you know, I pulled out too early, LOL, and then I had to get out of crypto because I couldn't afford it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, and it's okay. It is absolutely okay to be a failure at cryptocurrency. There are a lot of people who are failures at cryptocurrency. You know, no big deal. Don't hate a crypto. Don't. Every one of them is an opportunity for money at some point. I mean, listen, USTC is depegged. It's worth 2 cents. It was worth $1. And guess what? You can still put 10 grand in it right now, and it'll probably double within a couple days. You know what I mean? Or a month. Something like that, because that's how crypto works, bruh. And then you have twice as much as you had before, and you don't look like a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I mean, like if you were coming into chat and saying something like, I hate that token. It's a shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, I gotta go make a pickup right now. So I am out here, and I am on my way to make that pickup. So this is not financial advice. My name's Beliefs. I am always right. No show tonight. It's Friday night, so we're going to be watching wrestling, and you know what? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. But probably not. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys again soon, and appreciate you for coming in, and YOLO.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I want to be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life.